Hello everybody, JT Viper here on the gaming channel because I still can't stream on my main. Here for a good cause and a fairly short update in preparation for a much longer stream. With me, I guess appropriately so, is everyone's favorite shitposting cat, Carl Tuna.
I'm the preparation age of this joint.
So, with that being said, on the left-hand side of the screen, you will see an adorable but sadly misshapen little kitty, and his name is Burnie. Now, Burnie's name is somewhat darkly ironic, but Burnie is very loving and apparently takes to it perfectly fine. Must appreciate the...
Bernie who has the eye issue, right?
Yes, we're talking about Burnie.
Me and Jenna have already donated to that cause.
Good.
But that's actually it's funny. She brought that to my attention. That's amazing how such different circles can still
Well,
the same things.
Teal, Jen.
Oh yes, that's why.
Yeah, she tagged everybody in that one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No worries. I've kicked him when I could. Huh?
You want to go to your nipple? Let's go to your nipple.
Stabler?
Ow, Stabler, the nipple.
All right. I'm just dropping straight down.
Going down there too.
Hmm?
Somebody else is going down there too.
All right. Well, we'll sort them out in a second. But so yeah, folks, as you can see, he's a very loving little feline. Very, you got the playful rollovers, the trusting kind of affectionate sort of here's my tummy, give me belly rubs. And while belly rubs can do a lot of good, the one of the things that belly rubs can't do is unfortunately bring back his ear, a lot of the skin off the top of his head, and yeah, or get him his eyelids back. What can get his eyelids back is help from people like yourselves. Yes, you can be a hero to this adorable little cat. And of course, why wouldn't you want to be? Essentially, he has to get multiple ointment drops per day into his eyes because his eyelids don't work right. Since the brush fire that the rest of his family was killed in, unfortunately, and yeah, I think it was like 5 cats or something like that, or 5 of them didn't make it, and oh, I got an enemy here.
Yep, I know you do.
I've also got this on auto. Sorry for the interruption, folks. Right over here. Let's do this. They're right with me, Carl. I'm down. You have to get here quickly, Carl. They finished me off. Okay. So, in any case, now that I'm dead, thankfully, Burnie is not. Burnie lost the rest of his family in a brush fire. People only realized there were cats in danger when it was far too late and the fire had mostly subsided. It's really a miracle that little Burnie made it out as luckily as he did. And so...
Okay, I need to find this other guy.
Yeah. You can probably just mute me on the hangout, I guess. Oh, I'll mute myself for the hangout. There you go. So it's a sad story, and I get that. And if you go to the GoFundMe, I warn you now, the pictures are heartbreaking. He's not, he wasn't in a good way. Very, very burnt up across his head and face, and his eyes are something that are not easy to look at, and which is a shame because, well, most cats, you should be able to look at them and just, remark on how adorable they are. So, here's what I'm asking you, folks. If you've got a couple of bucks, if you've just got a couple of dollars that you can, put towards helping out Burnie, I'd ask that you do it. Maybe that's your coffee one of these mornings. Maybe that's a cheap Steam game you were going to buy yourself this month. I'd ask you to reconsider. and put it towards helping this little guy heal. Because, well, I'm a cat person, and I can't really donate anything more than what I already have. So I'm going to ask everyone else to help out the little guy. The surgery has to be performed by a specialist. They're basically, I don't know if it's repairing or replacing his eyelids so that he can, exist without having to get ointment in his eyes all the time. Twice a day, apparently, is the current. And, well, if you love little kittens and just want to help out, this would be a great way to do that. The GoFundMe link, if you haven't already figured it out, is posted down below. It's the very first line of text. It says donate here. If you can't find it, I'm sorry. You might be as ocularly impaired as little Burnie is here. In which case, I am truly sorry. But in any event, if you can afford to, chip a couple of bucks towards him, help the little guy get back to something like a bit of a normal life for a cat. And if you just can't afford to donate, I absolutely understand. Obviously, I sympathize with you on that. I can't give what I would like to. So I would then ask that you take that link and you share it to your social media pages. And here's the thing that I've noticed a lot of people don't tend to do. When you share it, add a message to it. Don't just share it and just throw the link up there, because people get inundated with those kind of links all the time. And I get that, seeing this, you might have the opinion of, well, it's one more GoFundMe. But a couple of dollars can make all the difference to this little furball here. And to his family, very loving owner who's dutifully taking care of him, giving his antibiotics and everything. So they're looking to raise, I think they need to raise $3,000. At last check, I'll check here again. Yeah, they're at $1,300 raised. So they're almost halfway there. I know that there's a lot of great people out there who follow me and who kind of run in the same circles. So if you can, donate. If you can't, share the link and put a little heartfelt message with it. People need to be able to identify with the campaign. Bring it home for them. All right? So that's pretty much all I've got to say right now. I'm going to try to put together a stream with some folks to try and something a little more prepared and something a little more, I guess, effective for helping out little Burnie. And I'll just read you guys what it has here. I've copied and pasted it into the description, but just so you guys know what's going on with the GoFundMe. When Burnie was about 5 weeks old, he and his family were trapped under a brush fire. Once someone realized there were cats living in it, the fire was put out, but not fast enough. This little guy was the only one to escape alive. Initially, when he was brought into the veterinary clinic, it looked like he made it out with only a few scrapes. But as time went on, it was obvious that the heat of the fire had done much more damage. In the end, Burnie lost an ear, both sets of eyelids, and much of the skin on his face. After months of twice daily oral antibiotics, eye ointment 4 times a day, numerous bandage changes, and 2 surgical procedures, he's healed. Thanks to Burnie's spunky attitude and his owner's dedication to the medical treatment he needed, he pulled through. Now that he's healed, he can have surgery to replace his eyelids, so his owner doesn't have to continue the twice daily eye ointment for the rest of his life. Because there is such an intricate and in-depth procedure, it must be performed by a specialist, which means it's fairly expensive. We're looking to help his owner raise the money she needs to get this little guy back to a normal, medication-free life. So, folks, if you could do something to help out little Burnie here, I consider it something of a personal favor, because this really touches my heart. And I donated in memory of a friend's cat and our little kitten that we lost last year, actually around this time. So if you guys could find it in your hearts and wallets to pitch in, that'd be greatly appreciated. So thank you, everybody, and I will check in on my Twitter. I will keep you guys updated, also possibly with comments and description edits on this video. to let you know the scheduling of any live streams or any fundraising initiatives for this adorable little bundle of fur. Have a good day, everybody, and have a good one.